Okay, so what we've got here is the iPad app itself. You can see I've logged in, and as before showed you this doing the merge model and the separate model, so always keeping the merge model. Now if you're going out onto site and you haven't got a Wi-Fi connection, simply use a little cloud with an arrow pointing down to download the whole model onto your iPad, etc. So again, we've been working in this one here called Mech Hall. So if I hit the little cloud, you can see it's saying downloading. Okay, so when it's finished downloading, you can see the icons disappeared now, and we can actually just select the model itself and it will open up onto the iPad. What this means is you can use the iPad on site now without having an actual Wi-Fi connection, because it's locally hosted as well on your iPad. If you make markups and things like that, it'll just sync it back as and when you get back onto a Wi-Fi connected area, etc. So here's the model. Exactly the same as what we had on the desktop and the Internet Explorer. We can spin it around like so. If you put two fingers on your screen and move your two fingers together, it's like the pan mode. One finger moving it orbits it. Two fingers pinching zooms out. Two fingers moving them apart zooms in. But you've also got the wheel here on the left hand side, and if you move the joystick, it'll allow you to start walking around, similar to the feet in Navisworks, but it just takes a little bit more time to get used to it. If ever you get completely lost, just select the house button there and it will take you back to the first view that it started with this morning. Now there are some other nice features in here, and you can see how much simplified it is to the other apps, etc. If you select this button down here, what that does, it takes you into a 2D view, and what you can do then is drag this little icon here, and when you let go, it literally takes you to that point. So drag the icon, if you drag it and let go there and it go top right, it takes you to the place where you've actually dropped it. So it's just a nice way of manipulating around the model, but it only changes your XY, doesn't change your elevation, your height. So the deal is you know, get into the floor you're reviewing, which may be here, click that button and you can look around anywhere on that floor. So you might want to look in the area over there, hit go, and it takes you to that area and looks at the building from there. If you want to come out, hit home, takes you back to that model. If we select the little model icons down the bottom, you can see pretty much the same as the Internet Explorer version. We can only switch off the models, not get down into the floor detail like you can with the desktop app, etc. And views, so everything we've saved up in the desktop version, you cannot save new views on the iPad. You can only view ones that have set up. So you can see there we've got some shared views, ground floor, main staircase, and you should get the same view that we were getting on the desktop or in the internet version itself, and the reception area. So you can see all that's interacting. Again, to come out, you can hit home, go back to where you were, and if you want to get rid of the menu on the right hand side, just select the icon at the bottom again and it'll disappear. Markups, there we go. Again, it'll save everything you've looked at. If you looked in the previous videos, we can see information only, and the information closed one is one we made earlier on. So there's the markup that we made earlier on. We can still create new markups in here. You know, we can have a good scribble. You can see quite a few limited, only freelance drawing and text, and your colour again that you can add to it. Then you hit save, and you can still use the notify, so you can still notify people in the job, and you can send the email, etc. So slightly different, but pretty much the same. Again, to close that, just close that, and as soon as you move, it will go. Okay, you have got measure in there again, but you can see you've only got point-to-point measure, which and the face-to-face measure, so you've not got all the functionality you had in the other app. These commands are quite useful as well. If we go into a saved view, so we might go into the reception area like so, and you wanted to say remove this ceiling, you could select the ceiling, Yeah, and you can see it selected the whole model. You can switch that off. You can select it again. Yeah, and you can switch things on and off. So you can switch that off to have a look behind that panel, etc. And you can gradually do this with the numerous things and just gradually get to the information that you want to see. So you can see now we're above that ceiling, just to see what's exposed up there, the auditorium area up there, the bottom of the seats, etc. So by selecting things we can actually easily move. Now this thing here, the top of the joystick, is the gyroscopes. This is where you can press, hold it down, and as you move your iPad you'll actually get like an augmented reality feel. So if you're out on site you can actually use this to look up above the ceiling voids or anything like that to actually get in there, and again just hit home and you can come out of there.